Hello everybody, it's Monica Heltz with your weekly Fishers Health Department update for the last week of March, first beginning of April. We have seen, as Josh reported on Tuesday, that our case rates have started to creep up a little bit again. Our percent positivity rates have started to creep up again. And then this week we also noticed a pretty significant increase in our testing site. So we are seeing a lot of people coming through for testing. Now, typically these are all definitely indicators of trouble. Our testing site usually shows that first. Now, we know that we are also in the context of a number of people traveling for spring break, but I am still hearing a lot of reports, and we're getting more and more reports of people who are testing positive and getting sick with the virus that haven't had a chance to be vaccinated yet. So again, all of these are signs of trouble, coupled with the fact that people will be traveling for spring break. Hopefully you're taking all of the necessary precautions. We know that there are variants spreading there, all out there. They're in every state, and most specifically in Florida and Michigan right now. So we do still want you to take those precautions. Although the mask mandate will be ending on April 6th, along with many of the other orders under the governor's orders, I would still remind everyone that masks will still be required for K through 12 and for all testing and vaccine sites, as well as all state buildings. And we at the Fishers Health Department do strongly recommend that all individuals 2 years of age and older continue to wear your mask, particularly if you are with more than 2 households worth of people, or if you're in any kind of crowded outdoor space. If you're unable to maintain distancing, we do still recommend distancing, sanitizing, hand washing. And then the last thing that we would specifically recommend to our residents is that you keep yourself informed of any trends in COVID, specifically here by looking at our dashboard and listening to our updates, but also at any travel destination that you may have if you do need to travel, so that you can be well informed for safe decision making for yourself and your family, and for the protection of your community upon your return. So we do ask that everyone do that. Aside from increased cases, I do have some good news. We also have received increased vaccine. We were able to add 1,300 additional appointments this week. Those were taken immediately. So we will be seeing a number of extra folks that in appointments that were just obtained for Thursday and Friday, and then we are having a small Johnson & Johnson clinic for 500 people on Saturday. That's the allotment that we were given by the state. So if you are looking for Johnson & Johnson, your best bet was to go to the track at Speedway. It's a bit of a drive for most folks. We do expect to get more at some point in the future. We just continue to await those allocations as the state decides to give those to us. Any appointments for Johnson & Johnson will most likely be on Saturdays for now. I will recommend that everyone get registered for a vaccine appointment, even if your appointment is far out. You may be able to find ones sooner as they continue to be added. We will be adding 3,800 more appointments for next week, for example. So if you have an appointment scheduled further out than next week, keep an eye out for our appointments. Again, we'll be adding 3,800 additional appointments. I'm not sure when those will be live, but we will put those on Facebook and Twitter when we've added those, when we get word that those are up, so you guys can move your appointments if you need to. If you're 16 or older, I do strongly recommend that you get your vaccine and get that scheduled. And I would challenge all Fishers residents to get vaccinated as soon as you possibly can. We have set a very ambitious goal of having 85% of our community members vaccinated. We believe that we can absolutely achieve this, and we want to be the first community in the state that achieves this ambitious goal. We know that this is how we get ahead of this virus, and so we challenge all of you to help us by getting your vaccine and by talking to your friends and family and neighbors who may be a little bit more hesitant or a little worried about the vaccine. Tell them how well you did, tell them how relieved you were to get your vaccine, and any other tactics that will help us get to our goal of having 85% of our residents vaccinated. So we will get through this, but we are counting on you, and we want to do this together. We need your help. Thank you so much, and let's get this done. Thanks, everybody.